Welcome, my dear one. I'm so glad you're here with me today. You've taken a beautiful step simply by showing up. Sometimes life feels heavy, doesn't it? Like there's so much to do, so much to be, and yet not enough space just to breathe. Maybe you've been trying to keep everyone happy, holding everything together, giving and giving, until there's very little left for yourself. I want you to know it's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel unsure. You are not alone. So many of us carry silent burdens and quiet doubts, thinking we must push through them alone. But healing begins when we pause, when we take a gentle breath and turn our gaze inward. You deserve to feel safe, cherished, and supported, starting with how you treat yourself. Right now, I want you to know that it's perfectly safe to take time for you. It's safe to slow down. It's safe to focus on yourself. This moment is yours. In this space we're creating together, there's no pressure to perform. There's no need to be perfect. You are already enough. You are worthy just as you are right now. And the more you begin to believe this, the more your outer world will reflect that truth back to you. You don't need to chase anyone's approval. You don't need to prove your value. You simply need to remember who you are underneath all the noise. You are love. You are light. You are deserving of everything good life has to offer. And it all begins by coming home to yourself, by focusing gently, lovingly, kindly on you. If your heart is aching, if your mind is spinning, if your spirit feels weary, I want to tell you something very important. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to feel everything you feel without judgment. And you are allowed to begin again. Every breath you take is a new beginning. Every thought you choose with care is a seed you plant in the garden of your life. So let us start planting seeds of love, of healing, of peace. And it begins with one simple, powerful thought. I lovingly turn my attention inward. I am safe to know myself. Say this softly to yourself and feel how even just these words bring a sense of calm and connection. We are often taught to seek outside ourselves for happiness, for love, for answers. But the truth is, everything we seek is already within us. We simply need to listen. We simply need to remember. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are growing. You are unfolding. And today, right here and now, you are exactly where you need to be. Together, we are stepping into a gentle new beginning where you matter, where your voice is heard, and where your love for yourself becomes the foundation of everything you wish to attract. Let this be the moment you begin to honor yourself. You are so very loved. You may not always see it, but you have a quiet power inside you. This power grows each time you choose to take care of your own well-being. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean you're ignoring the world. It means you're learning to show up as your fullest self. It means you're choosing to live from a place of wholeness rather than emptiness. When you start giving yourself the love, attention, and care you've been giving to others, something magical begins to happen. You feel lighter. You begin to trust yourself more. You start to see clearly what you need and what you no longer need. You stop living from guilt or fear and begin living from truth. That's what we're creating here together. A life built on truth, love, and deep, lasting peace. You are already a magnet for what you desire, even if you don't always feel like it. You may have thought you needed to work harder, look different, say the right words, or be someone you're not. But that's not the truth. You don't need to force anything to happen. You don't need to chase love, success, or happiness. You attract what you believe you deserve. And when you begin to believe that you are worthy of love, of joy, of peace, those things will begin to find their way to you. Like the warmth of the sun finds the petals of a flower, your desires are drawn to your energy. What you think and feel is the invitation you send out into the universe. That's why it's so important to notice what you're thinking and feeling each day. Not to judge yourself, but to gently guide your thoughts back to love. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you invite more things to be grateful for. When you speak kindly to yourself, you start to shine. And when you truly care for yourself, you naturally begin to radiate a peaceful, magnetic energy that draws beautiful things toward you. Try saying this: what I give my attention to grows. I focus on love, joy, and peace. Speak it slowly. Feel the truth in the words. Let them settle in your heart. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know all the answers. You simply need to start where you are, with what you have, and choose love. You are not here to struggle endlessly. You are here to thrive. You are not here to be invisible. You are here to shine. And when you begin to see yourself with eyes of love, the whole world begins to respond to you differently. People treat you with more respect. Opportunities flow to you more naturally. You begin to attract circumstances that match your energy. Not because you've changed who you are, but because you've remembered who you are. You are enough. You always have been, and you always will be. When you stop seeking outside of yourself and start nurturing your own heart, you'll notice things shift. It may be quiet at first, like a whisper, but soon you'll feel more grounded. You'll make decisions that feel right in your bones. You'll know when to say yes and when to say no. You'll move through life with more ease. Not because life got easier, but because your inner world became clearer. Everything changes when your inner world changes. And your thoughts are the starting point. If you want to attract love, become more loving toward yourself. If you want to attract abundance, speak to yourself with words of worth and confidence. If you want peace, bring peace to your mind each day. Your desires are already circling you, waiting for your readiness to receive. And that readiness begins with how you treat yourself. You are the magnet. You are the energy. You are the key. Sometimes we look to others to tell us we're good enough. We wait for someone to notice our efforts or say the words we long to hear. But the truth is, the most powerful validation comes from within. You don't need someone else to tell you who you are. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. You are already valuable, simply because you exist. You were born worthy. You are not here to fit into someone else's mold. You are here to be fully, beautifully yourself. It's time to stop waiting for the world to give you permission. It's time to give yourself the love you've been waiting for. Take a moment right now and place your hand on your heart. Feel the warmth. Feel the life. That's your love. That's your truth. That's your power. You've had it all along. If you've been looking outside of yourself for answers, for approval, for love, I gently invite you to look within instead. There's so much beauty in you. There's so much wisdom in your heart. You don't need to earn your right to rest, to be seen, to be loved. It's already yours. Give yourself the gift of attention. Turn inward and ask, what do I need today? Then listen. Listen without judgment. Listen with kindness. That is self-love. That is healing. That is how you begin to become the magnet for everything you desire. You are already on the path. You are already doing beautifully. Take it one breath at a time. You are enough. You are loved. And you are never, ever alone. It's easy to forget just how much of our energy we spend trying to be seen, trying to be enough in the eyes of others. We learn from a young age to measure ourselves by how others react to us, how they praise us, how they respond, how they treat us. But my love, you were never meant to live your life waiting for someone else to tell you that you matter. You already do. Your value does not come from what others think. Your worth does not change based on someone's opinion. You are whole, complete, and deeply lovable, just as you are. When we constantly seek validation from others, we give away our power. We begin to twist and turn ourselves to fit what we think others want from us. And slowly, quietly, we lose touch with our own voice, our own truth. That's why learning to let go of the need for external validation is so freeing. You begin to live from your own center. You begin to feel at home in your own skin. This doesn't mean we stop caring for others or shut ourselves off. It means we stop depending on other people to give us the love and acceptance we are capable of giving ourselves. Think of it like this. If you're always waiting for someone to fill your cup, you may go thirsty. But if you learn how to fill your own cup, you'll always have something to give, and you'll never feel empty. You don't have to wait for someone to notice you to feel worthy. You can notice yourself. You can look in the mirror and say, I approve of myself. I am deeply lovable, just as I am. And the more you say it, the more you will feel it. Not because you're trying to convince yourself of something false, but because you're clearing away the noise that made you forget the truth. Mirror work is a gentle and powerful practice for this. Each day, spend a few moments looking into your own eyes, not with judgment, but with love. Say something kind to yourself. Affirm your worth. It may feel strange at first. That's okay. Keep going. With time, it becomes natural. You begin to form a relationship with yourself that is rooted in compassion. And when you feel full of your own love, the opinions of others begin to matter less. You become less reactive. You feel more grounded. You trust your own choices. You know when to walk away from what no longer serves you. And most of all, you stop begging for crumbs when you were always meant to sit at a feast. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You stop doubting the beauty of your own light. You begin to live in a way that is true to you. Letting go of the need for external validation doesn't mean you stop growing. It means you grow for yourself. It means you choose to rise without needing applause. It means you begin to live from love, not from fear. The next time you catch yourself wondering what someone else will think, pause. Take a breath. Remind yourself, I approve of myself. That is enough. And it truly is. You are the author of your story. You get to decide who you are. You get to love yourself as deeply as you've always longed to be loved. That love, when it comes from within, is unshakable, and it lights the way forward. The voice inside your head can be your greatest friend or your harshest critic. For many of us, that voice has been shaped by old wounds, painful memories, and beliefs we picked up when we were too young to know better. Maybe someone told you that you weren't good enough. Maybe you felt ignored, compared, or judged. Over time, these messages become the background music of our lives. We start to believe them. We carry them into adulthood like heavy bags we never meant to hold. But here's the truth. You can put those bags down. You are not your past. You are not the unkind words someone else said. You are not the voice that says you'll never be enough. That voice is not your true self. Your true self is loving, wise, and kind. And she's still here, underneath all the noise, waiting for you to remember her. The inner critic is not your enemy. It's a part of you that's been trying to protect you, even if it doesn't always know how. It learned to be hard on you to keep you safe from disappointment or pain. But now, you get to teach it a new way. You get to replace criticism with compassion. You get to choose thoughts that build you up instead of tear you down. One way to do this is by becoming aware of the thoughts that run through your mind. When you notice a thought that makes you feel small or ashamed, pause. Ask yourself, would I say this to someone I love? If the answer is no, then it doesn't belong in your mind either. You deserve the same kindness you give to others. You deserve to be your own safe place. Write down one negative belief you've been carrying. Maybe it's I'm not smart enough, or I always mess things up. Now gently cross it out and replace it with a loving affirmation. For example, I now release old beliefs. I choose new loving thoughts about myself. Say it often. Repeat it with love. Every time you do, you're teaching your mind a new language, a language of acceptance, a language of growth. You're not pretending everything is perfect. You're choosing to speak to yourself in a way that supports your healing. That's what healing really is. Choosing love again and again, especially when it's hard. You don't have to believe the new thoughts right away. Just keep planting them like seeds. Keep watering them with kindness. And with time, those seeds grow into strong, beautiful beliefs. You'll begin to hear your own voice, the true one, more clearly. A voice that says, I am enough. A voice that says, I trust myself. A voice that says, I deserve to be happy. This is not about ignoring your feelings or pretending everything is okay. It's about holding space for yourself, even in the hard moments. It's about knowing that your value is never up for debate. You are lovable. You are capable. And you are becoming more yourself each day. Keep choosing loving thoughts. Keep practicing. You are doing better than you think. Sometimes we think self-love is just about saying nice things to ourselves. But real self-love runs deeper than words. It's a way of living. It's a quiet strength that holds you through the highs and lows. It's how you treat yourself when no one else is watching. And it all begins with how you see your own worth. You were never meant to earn your worth by working harder, pleasing others, or being perfect. You were born worthy. That's the truth. But many of us have forgotten that. Life teaches us to look outside ourselves for validation. We grow up thinking we'll be enough when we achieve more, weigh less, earn approval. But that's a never-ending race. The finish line keeps moving. Real peace comes when you step off that track and remember, you are already whole. Building self-love is like building a house. You need a strong foundation. That foundation begins with accepting yourself as you are, not when you lose the weight, not when you get the job, not when someone else loves you, but now. Right now. You can love yourself through the changes, through the healing, through the learning. And the more you do, the more your life begins to reflect that love. Self-love doesn't mean you stop growing. It means you grow from a place of wholeness instead of lack. One way to begin is by noticing the things you appreciate about yourself. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's your kindness, your honesty, your resilience. Write them down. Keep a journal of your wins, your strengths, your joys. These are the building blocks of self-worth. Another powerful tool is using affirmations to reinforce this truth. Try saying, "I am worthy of all that is good. I love myself unconditionally." Let those words sink in. Let them comfort you. You may not believe them fully yet, and that's okay. Affirmations work not by magic, but by repetition. They gently shift the way you think, and over time, they shift the way you live. When you begin to see yourself as lovable, your choices change. You stop settling for less. You set boundaries. You ask for what you need. You treat yourself with the respect you deserve. And others begin to follow your lead. Self-love is not about being selfish. It's about being responsible for your own well-being. It's about honoring your needs. It's about saying yes to what nourishes you and no to what drains you. The more you love yourself, the more you can give from a place of fullness. Your light becomes stronger, your energy becomes magnetic, and life begins to respond to the way you treat yourself. Every moment you choose self-love, you're rewriting the story you've been told. You're becoming the author of a new story, one where you are enough, where you are cherished, where you are free to be fully, beautifully you. You deserve that story. You deserve that life. And it all begins with love. Your body is always listening to the thoughts you think. Every word you speak and every belief you hold sends messages to the cells of your body. This is something many of us aren't taught, but it's so important to understand. Your mind and body are not separate. They are partners, always working together. When your mind is filled with fear, criticism, or stress, your body feels tight, tired, or uneasy. But when your mind is filled with love, kindness, and hope, your body relaxes, heals, and begins to glow. You have more power than you think. Your thoughts create a ripple effect through your entire being. This is not about blaming yourself for how you feel, but about gently choosing thoughts that support your healing. Take a moment to check in with yourself. How have you been speaking to yourself lately? Have your thoughts been gentle or harsh, encouraging or draining? Be honest, but be kind. This is not about judgment, it's about awareness. When you notice a thought that feels heavy or hurtful, you don't have to believe it. You can thank it for showing up, and then you can choose a new one, a loving one that says, "I am doing my best, and that is enough." Or, "I am willing to see myself through eyes of love." These are not just words, they are healing tools. Try this affirmation. Every cell in my body vibrates with health and joy. Repeat it slowly. Let it wash over you like a soft wave. Imagine your body relaxing with each word. Your shoulders drop. Your breath deepens. Your heart opens. You are creating a healing environment inside yourself, one thought at a time, and your body responds. The body is not your enemy. It is your home. It wants to work with you. It wants to heal, and it will when you offer it love instead of judgment. Sometimes we hold on to tension in our bodies without even realizing it. Our jaw tightens when we feel unseen. Our chest aches when we hold back our truth. Our stomach clenches when we worry too much. These physical signs are messages. They are invitations to look within and ask, what am I thinking? What do I need? And when you answer with love, healing begins. Breathe into those places. Send them kind thoughts. You are allowed to feel better. You are allowed to let go. Remember, your thoughts are like seeds. What you plant in your mind grows in your life. If you want peace in your body, plant peaceful thoughts. If you want energy, plant joyful thoughts. You are the gardener. You choose the seeds. And every loving thought you choose is a gift to your body. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to love yourself into wholeness. Your body is not broken. It is responding to your beliefs. So let your beliefs be loving. Let them be kind. Let them lead you home. Manifestation is not something that happens outside of you. It starts within. It starts with the energy you carry, the beliefs you hold, and the love you give yourself each day. When your inner world is full of self-trust, peace, and clarity, the outer world responds. You attract not just what you want, but what you are ready to receive. And that readiness begins with alignment. You cannot force your dreams to come true, but you can become the person who is ready to receive them. You do that by aligning your thoughts, your words, your feelings, and your actions with what you desire. If you want to welcome love, you must first become loving toward yourself. If you want to attract abundance, you must believe that you are worthy of receiving. If you want peace, you must begin to bring peace into your own heart. It doesn't have to be complicated. It begins with awareness. Ask yourself, what am I focusing on today? If your thoughts are filled with fear or doubt, take a gentle pause. Don't fight them. Just choose a new direction. You are not failing. You are learning. Here's an affirmation to help guide you. I align with the energy of abundance. I receive with open arms. Repeat this in the morning. Repeat it before bed. Say it with a soft smile. Even if you don't fully believe it yet, let it begin to take root. Alignment is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent in your intention to love yourself, to support yourself, and to believe in your own worth. The more you do this, the more the universe says yes. Yes to your dreams. Yes to your growth. Yes to your joy. One small ritual you can try is quiet intention setting. Each morning, place your hands over your heart and ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? Then, choose one word, peace, love, ease, abundance, and carry that word with you. Speak it throughout the day. Let it guide your choices. Let it calm your fears. You are tuning your energy to receive what matches your intention. That is manifestation. It's not about struggle. It's about becoming more of who you really are, becoming someone who trusts the process, even when it's slow, becoming someone who knows that what is meant for you will not pass you by. Your energy speaks louder than your words. When you feel good about yourself, when you trust your journey, when you love yourself deeply, you become magnetic. You don't have to chase anything. It comes to you. Not because of luck, but because of alignment. Keep choosing thoughts that lift you. Keep taking steps that feel true. Your desires are waiting, and you are getting closer every day. You don't need hours each day to change your life. Just a few moments of sacred focus can shift your entire energy. Daily practices are like gentle reminders to your mind and body that you are important, that your well-being matters, that your dreams deserve your attention. These practices don't have to be big or fancy. They just need to be consistent and filled with love. Start your day with a few quiet moments. Before the world asks anything from you, give something to yourself. A deep breath, a soft word, a smile in the mirror. These are sacred acts. They set the tone for everything that follows. One practice that can change everything is gratitude. Every morning or evening, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be huge. A warm cup of tea, a kind word from a friend, the way the sunlight hits your window. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. It opens your heart. It aligns your energy with receiving more of what you love. Another practice is mirror work. Look into your eyes and say something kind. I love you. I'm proud of you. You're doing beautifully. These words, spoken daily, become truth. They soften old wounds and create new stories. Affirmations are powerful when used with intention. Choose one each day and repeat it often. Every day I choose myself with love and kindness. Say it when you're brushing your teeth, walking to work, or lying in bed. These words become a melody in your mind, a melody that lifts you when life feels heavy. You can also try journaling. Ask yourself questions like, what do I need today? Or, what's one loving choice I can make right now? Your answers may surprise you. They will always guide you back to yourself. There is no one right way to create a sacred practice. It's about finding what feels true for you. It may be a few deep breaths, a prayer, a walk in nature, or a quiet moment of stillness. Whatever it is, do it with love. Do it as a gift to yourself. Because you deserve to be nourished. You deserve to feel cared for. And the more you care for yourself, the more life responds in kind. These daily moments of self-focus are not selfish. They are necessary. They remind you that you are worthy of your own time, your own love, your own attention. And with each moment you give to yourself, you build a foundation of trust. You begin to feel more grounded, more centered, more at peace. Life may still have its ups and downs, but you will have an anchor. And that anchor is you. You are the one you've been waiting for. You are the answer, the healing, the light. And when you choose yourself with love, the whole world begins to shift. You've come so far, even if it doesn't always feel like it. Every time you chose love over fear, every time you paused instead of reacted, every time you spoke to yourself with kindness, you were growing, healing, becoming. You didn't need to rush, and you still don't. Everything is unfolding in its perfect time. You don't have to chase. You don't have to strive. You are allowed to be, to breathe, to trust. And from that place of trust, miracles unfold. When you focus on yourself with love, you become the magnet for everything your soul has been calling in. Not because you are trying to be something you're not, but because you are finally being all of who you are. Keep choosing the thoughts that feel kind. Keep nurturing the beliefs that lift you higher. Keep coming back to yourself again and again, as often as you need. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are on the path, and you are walking it beautifully. Let today be a reminder that the greatest transformation begins within. The deepest love starts with you, and everything you desire is already on its way, drawn to the radiant, loving energy you are cultivating each time you say, I am enough, I am whole, I am ready to receive. Say this final affirmation with me now and carry it in your heart. I am the magnet for miracles. I focus on myself with love, and the universe responds. Let that be your truth. Let it guide you forward. You are ready, you are deserving, and your life is unfolding with love.